Welcome everyone to Black Moon Goddess Intuition. This is the BlackMoon Butterfly Effect. I will be doing the May 2023 Energy Tarotcast for my air signs, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I thank you all for joining me. If you are returning, thank you for returning back. If you're new, welcome. We're going to get into the prayer and I'll get into the reading. Thank you, God, Source Spirit, my angels, my ancestors, my guides. I ask you to be here with me now and give me a message for the collective of the air signs, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, for the month of May 2023. May it be for their highest and greatest and highest good, the greatest and highest transformation, the greatest and highest evolution. May you give them a reading, give them a message that is clear, that they can understand, and that I can understand. I thank you, I praise you, I recognize you. All right, so I did do a pre-shuffle. You guys got the We Are the World card, and this is all about being connected, humanity being connected as one. How do we know when we're connected to humanity? When do we not feel alone? Well, most of the time when we're alone, when we feel alone or lonely, it's when we are in those dark times, those times of misery, those times of sadness, those times of worry, those times of fear. That's when we feel alone. But when we celebrate, when we're happy, when we're joyful, when we're excited, when we're creative, we feel the energy of all things of creation, right? Fueling us, driving us. Excuse me. So for this month of May, I'm really feeling like you, my air signs are coming together with this energy of understanding what they individually bring to the collective as a whole. Because each one of us are unique in our own ways, and we all bring something to the collective consciousness, to collective consciousness of humanity, right? Okay, so we're going to do an elemental spread. We're going to look at the past, the present, what's going to come in to help you, what's going to be an obstacle or a challenge for you, and what is the outcome for the month of May. Okay. Everything that you need to know as far as personal readings, coaching sessions, and merchandise will be in the description box. If you're watching me on YouTube, Facebook, I'll do a separate post for you guys. Okay. So I'm feeling like for my air signs, whoa, too many cards. I feel like for my air signs is this energy from the past of fearlessness. So this is the energy you're coming out of, is fearlessness. You're also moving into the Manipurna. Y'all know my pronunciations. My Sanskrit, I gotta get back on my Sanskrit. The third chakra is your solar plexus. And then we also have radiant light coming in to assist you. Higher knowledge may be a challenge or an obstacle for you. And what is the outcome for May for my air signs, please, Spirit? What is the outcome for my air signs? Thank you. Grounding. That makes sense. My turtles are making noise. Okay, so I have been pulling from this one deck for all my other signs, but for you guys, I'm getting led to use the Modern Witch Tarot. So we're gonna jump into it, okay? I'm gonna get clarification for each of the signs, for each of the positions. So this reading is gonna be a little bit longer than my about 30 minutes I'll be trying to do. In the past, I feel like with this fearlessness, it says that it assists with safety, courage, and steadfastness, reduces anxiety, supports elimination, creates a sense of fearlessness and grounding. The affirmation is, my courage and self-assurance is unwavering. 3 times. My courage and self-assurance is unwavering. My courage and self-assurance is unwavering. So for me, this is telling me that you guys have learned lessons of being fearless, right? You've learned lessons from being in this energy of knowing who you are and having the courage to push forward. Okay, I also feel like you've reduced a lot of anxiety in your life. So this is like this a purification of your energy, right? And this also has a lot to do with what you contribute to humanity as a whole. What gifts do you have? What knowledge do you possess? What wisdom do you hold that is an asset to humanity as a whole and not just yourself, right? You're thinking in terms of oneness and the whole collective, not just yourself or your family. You're thinking of the whole collective. What is it that you contribute to society, your nation, your ethnicity, your gender, your, whatever, on a bigger scale. Okay, what do you contribute to your community at work? What do you contribute to your community at home? What do you contribute to your community as a whole? So if you're part of the African American woman energy, what are you contributing to African American women? What are you contributing to African American men? What are you contributing to non-melanated men or non-melanated women? What are you contributing to society as a whole? I feel like you're moving forward and understanding that you are safe to create in whatever aspect that you show up in. You're showing up as your most authentic self, and you're not afraid of, you're not putting fear into the mix. You're trying to clear out any fear, any doubt, any confusion, anything like that. So that's where you've been in your past. In your present moment, you're in the solar plexus energy. There's the solar plexus chakra. It is the city of gems. It is the solar plexus, which is right under your heart, right above your navel, okay? It is the sound Ram. It is a golden yellow. It is a 10-petal yellow lotus flower. It rules digestion in the pancreas, and it's the element of fire. So it's so funny. My fire signs got air, right? My air signs got fire. Very, very strange. Okay. And then the qualities are vitality, determination, conscious action, and divine will. So you are definitely moving into this place of making conscious decisions as far as what are you contributing? How is it going to affect others? You're thinking about more than just yourself. And you're standing in this place of moving with a sense of determination and focus and will, divine will, not just willpower. Okay, we all have what they call free will, but the free will that we use as humans is usually directed through fear, right? We use our free will not to its highest advantage. So we're using it as a fear-based type of energy. But when you use your free will in combination with divine will, you are moving on your soul's path. You are understanding your place in humanity. You're understanding your individual flavor to this earthly meal, okay? This earthly plane. We all have a certain type of flavor. We all have a certain type of je ne sais quoi that we offer to humanity through a vibration, and through our unique skill, through our unique outlooks, things of that nature. Okay, what's coming in to help you in the month of May is your radiant light. This is the light that shines from within. Again, what you shine out, what you show up as, how you present yourself, how you present your uniqueness. Okay. It says clarity, personal power, self-esteem. Supports digestion and aids assimilation of life experiences. It increases metabolism and detoxification. Energizing effects help to cultivate passion, clarity, and personal power. It says if you have digestive issues, use this mudra with caution, okay? It says, affirmation. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. My inner light is vibrant, luminous, and alive. And so it is. Vibrant, luminous, and alive. Remember, their inner light. How do you show up? Having clarity of purpose. Having clarity of your personal power. Knowing how that works, what it looks like, what it feels like, what it sounds like. How is that personal power helping you achieve the highest self-esteem possible, to go after your goals, to achieve your dreams, to communicate with others, to be a beacon of light for others. Like I said, I'm kind of getting this wholeness type of energy, this oneness type of energy for my air signs. Okay, what could be challenging you? Higher knowledge. Okay, it says meditation, concentration, and wisdom balances the right and left sides of the brain, improves concentration, opens and balances the third eye chakra, assists in meditation. The affirmation is, I awaken the divine wisdom of the universe. I awaken to the divine wisdom of the universe. I awaken to the divine wisdom of the universe. So this being a challenge or an obstacle for you this month is really getting into a meditative practice. For real. Being into a meditative practice, learning to meditate, contemplate, and sit and wait for answers. So some of you are so busy. I know life is busy. I know life gets busy. But with life being busy, you still have to find time for yourself. You still have to find that time to connect with spirit. Because when you connect with spirit, you guess what? You're connecting on a oneness level. You're connecting on a soul level. You're connecting on a collective conscious level. Okay? And the end of the month, you will be grounded. You will be grounded. Grounding, stability, connection, and the physical body. To the physical body. Benefits stress and blood pressure. Activates the root chakra. You started off with the root chakra. You're ending with the root chakra. Okay? So let's get into it. Gemini. Libra and Aquarius, please. Libra. Aquarius. Thank you. In the present moment in the month of May, Gemini. Dang. Okay. Libra. Aquarius. Whoa. What's coming in to assist, please? Thank you, Spirit. What is coming in to assist? Gemini. Gemini. Libra. Dang. Libra. Aquarius. Aquarius, please. What is challenging my Geminis this month? What is challenging my Libras this month? And my Aquarius. Okay, so I feel like the energy of the past for my Geminis, you got the Fool card, which is all about new beginnings, major decisions, favorable new beginnings. I also feel like for my Aquarius, this is also about taking a leap of faith, believing in the unknown, being fearless. Okay, so you've taken this time to equate being fearless with courage, right? You've had the courage to take this leap of faith. You've had the courage to march by your own tune, listen to your own internal record player, right? You're playing music that is soothing to your soul. You could have listened to some hurt music or some hurts music or things like that that is how actually helped you assimilate these types of energies. You've relieved some anxiety. You've come to a place of supporting yourself in a spiritual way that is going to help you move more freely throughout life and the challenges that you have come up in your life in the past. Excuse me. For my Libras, you got the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is all about being stable, right? It's all about success. It's all about status. It's all about erecting a foundation. So you were fearless about doing this. You were courageous. You were you were steadfast in creating something that was permanent and something that was lasting, something that will stand the test of time. So I feel like this has a lot to do with your home life, your interpersonal relationships, your work relationships, things of that nature. Also your communication and the way you think about spirit, the way you feel about how you've been moving, how you show up, how you feel about life in general. I also feel like fearlessness is coming as a time, it came in a time where you didn't feel the most courageous, but you've developed this courageous attitude lately. You've come into a place of feeling safe to be courageous and to be who you really want to be, show up how you really want to show up, being able to speak your piece and not feel like you are unaware of what you're doing, what you're saying. You're not reacting to things, okay? You are actually, it's like you're surveying the area. So you are actually peeping the scene. You're looking at what people are not saying in order to know what you can say, right? And you're being courageous. You're taking on this energy of being strong and courageous to speak your mind fully and completely, okay? My Aquarius, you got the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands is all about new ventures and new beginnings of the future and fortune. So I feel like you have been in this energy of being steadfast and courageous and moving forward and I feel like you feel grounded in what it is that you want to create or how you've been creating things. I feel like there's going to be new opportunities that have come up around you. I feel like there are new inspiring types of, it's like I heard flashes of brilliance. So it's like you are having these downloads. You're getting flashes of brilliance. You're getting things that are inspiring you to move forward in a more direct way, right? You're not just out here all willy-nilly just doing any and everything. You are very precise in what you're doing because the inspiration that is coming to you is very specific. Okay, it's not general, it's very specific. Like, okay, you wanted to, I don't know, open a restaurant, but that didn't work out, so a food truck idea came to mind. So it's like having a food truck, but you don't have a food truck that is just wings and fries, right? You've come up with a menu that is different and fresh and new. Like, instead of doing, I don't know, a taco truck, you decided to do a vegan taco truck. You know what I'm saying? Or you decided to do something that was not normally done on a food truck or something like that, right? Or maybe you decided, okay, you becoming a life coach, but you're not just any life coach. You are, a spiritual transformation coach, like your girl. You know what I mean? That's not just dealing with things of life. That's transforming your inner self to make changes for your outer world. These are making necessary changes on the inside of your mind, of your thoughts, of your emotions, of your body, of your physicality, of your sociology, of your psychology, right? That you will see manifest into your world around you to make your life better, right? So you're not just doing something like everybody else. You're doing it with an awesome twist to it that brings it more value, that makes it so that you deliver more value to the community, to humanity, to your clients, or to your family, or whatever the case may be. Okay? So I feel like this is what's happening. This is the energy you're coming out of in April, right? So in May, you're in this energy of being determined to see these things through. You're determined to see these things through. So my Geminis, you got the World card, right? You are determined to bring things into conscious action. So you're making the decision to do things that are going to be in a secular way, not linear, right? You're thinking outside of the box. You're taking a leap of faith. You're being a maverick and I heard innovative. You're being innovative, okay? You're being innovative into bringing these things into fruition. There's a completion and a recognition that is coming. There are rewards that are coming. There are things that are coming true for you, right? So it's like the fact that you took a leap of faith, it's coming in that, okay, that's going to pay off for you, right? You have actually brought something full circle, if that makes sense. Like you were once scared to make a decision, but now you're full of life and you're full of vitality and you're making these things on a conscious level. So it's like it's like your conscious mind and your subconscious mind are balancing. They're working together. Okay? That's what I'm seeing for you. I'm seeing that for my Geminis, you've somehow synchronized both hemispheres. I can talk, y'all, I swear. Both hemispheres of the brain, and it is working in your favor. At the top of this World card is the infinity symbol, right? This is all things happening in time and space. Okay? For my Libras, I've got the Six of Swords. This is moving from a place of choppy waters to a place of calmness, calm waters. Things are moving a lot more smoothly for you. You are getting to this place where this Four of Wands is all about you having success, right? But this is you actually moving on that success and building something permanent. With the Six of Swords, it's all about journeying to a place of stability, vitality, right? It's like I'm getting Nordic, okay, maritime law, y'all. Okay, you moving on a fluid path, like it's like you have a direction, you have a compass, you're using that compass and you're using that to navigate you out of this energy where you were not fully aware or fully immersed in the journey, right? Where before you were like, okay, I need somebody to take this journey with me. But it's like, yeah, you got that. You got somebody to lead you on this journey. You're not going it alone. Your spirit guides, your earth angels, there could be a mentor or something like that is going on this journey with you. But it's all about you making the decision to be active in your journey. So this is you like taking in the scenery. It's like if you go on a long trip, right? If you go on a long trip and you be like, oh, there's all these trees. All I see is trees. But then you take a look and you happen to notice that, hey, there's a deer in the midst of these trees on the side of the road. You wouldn't have noticed that if you weren't immersed in the journey. You were just listening to music, scrolling on your phone, you know, not paying attention to the surroundings, the scenery around you. It's like you're taking time to be immersed in your journey. I also kind of feel like it's leaving problems behind. It's you standing in this energy where it's like, how can I move forward after I've been so bound by past traumas? You're like, just do it. Just get out there and take the road. And you're seeing that you are not in it alone. You're seeing that when you trust in yourself and you've made these statements, you've made these movements, you've made these decisions, you've taken these actions, that it inspires others to do the same. You're going to come into contact with people that were like, yo, you know what? I was so scared to do this. And then I saw that you were able to do it. And you gave me the courage to believe in myself and do it too. Right? So it's like your individual flavor was to inspire another. Okay? And while you're inspiring yourself, you're inspiring other people. While you're inspiring other people, they're inspiring other people. It's a ripple effect. It's like it's going around, and then what happens? A certain amount of people, we create a circle of light. We are light beings which emanate our own light, right? And so once we do that, we light the fire and the light in others. So it's like almost like back in the day, they had the towers. Like if they light a fire here, that's a signal, right? It's a signal that there's danger or there's friendly fire, right? Friends are coming or enemies are coming. But it's a signal. So when you light that fire within yourself, it's a signal to give others a permission to light the fire within themselves. I hope that makes sense. Okay. I also feel like you're being divinely guided to do certain things, to allow certain people along the journey with you, to impart the knowledge that you've learned on other people as well. Now, I just feel like you don't necessarily talk to people, but when you do talk to them, like my Libras, y'all social. You know what I mean? You are social people. You want to create balance and harmony within your relationships and within the connections that you have, right? So I feel like those people that you feel are going to learn and gain knowledge and actually follow your lead, you are imparting what you know. Okay? You're sharing the knowledge. You learn yourself and you teach someone else what you've learned. Okay? Which is good, because that is showing that you are determined to learn more. When you learn and you give it away, you gain more. Okay? My Aquarius, you got the Ace of Wands and the Devil card. So the Devil card is like, everybody always says it's narcissistic energy, right? It's all about, oh, somebody's trying to play me and they're trying to do this and somebody's plotting my downfall and, you know, there's extreme problems and this and that. True. But if you're using conscious action and divine will to make your determination about the decisions that you're making about any area of your life, I don't care if it's a job, if it's a personal relationship, if it's a relationship with your mate, your children, your parents, your employer, your employees, spirit. You know what I mean? You can't go into it with a heavy heart. You can't go into it with a toxic mentality. You can't do it feeling like you failed. So I feel like in the month of May, you guys are going to be in this energy of cutting the toxic ties. I feel like it's this energy of cutting the toxic ties. And that also has to do with inspiration. You've been inspired to do so. You've been consciously inspired to be like, hey, I don't have to feel like I'm always on the short, I'm always receiving the short end of the stick. Wait a minute. I don't have to feel like that. I can empower myself. And when I empower myself, I inspire others. It's like being a catalyst of change for you and other people. I feel like there's somebody that has kept you in this place. So it's like having somebody that's around you that won't let you live down your past. Every time they talk to you, every time they see you, all they see is your past. They don't see who you are now. And it's like, yo, I told you I'm not that person anymore. And they're like, yeah, right. A tiger doesn't change his stripes. You know what I mean? It's like that energy. And then it had you in this place of second guessing your growth, second guessing how far you've come, second guessing the actual achievements that you've achieved to get out of that energy. I kind of feel like in the month of May, my Aquarius is going to have that energy of, look, man, stop judging me by my past. You know, either you're going to love me for who I am today or you can kick rocks. Okay? As with the solar plexus, like I said, it has to do with your vitality, your determination, your will, the actions that you take and the reasons behind the actions that you take. All while being connected to humanity, your environment, your culture, and things like that. Some of you are being held back by culture. Some of you are being held back by tradition. And you are being inspired to grow beyond your current traditions. It's not a betrayal of tradition to go and research things on your own or to move in your own way and to live life by your terms. It's not a betrayal of tradition because 9 times out of 10, the tradition that you've been raised by is not your tradition in the first place. It's something that's been indoctrinated into you, your family, your mama, your granddaddies, all of that. It's not your true nature. So I feel like for my Aquarius is you're going back to your true nature here. And you're not letting culture or tradition be your downfall. Okay? The energy that's coming in to help is your radiant light. Okay? So for my my Gemini, you got the Two of Wands. For me, the Two of Wands is all about what path are you going to take. The world is your oyster. What path are you going to take? What are you going to contribute along the way? How are you going to give back while you're traveling along this path, right? You're waiting for results. You're waiting for the results. You made the leap of faith. Things are coming full circle. The thing that is going to help you is the waiting period. We are in Mercury retrograde, people, so don't start anything new. Don't get in no relationships. Don't sign any contracts. Don't buy anything. Be careful what you say. Be careful how you move. Okay? So what's going to help you? Waiting. Waiting for the results to come through. You're already on the path. You've already made the decisions. You're not in this indecisive place anymore. You're waiting for the results of everything that you've put into place thus far. Okay? That's going to be your saving grace. Okay? You're getting clarity and you're realizing that your personal power doesn't necessarily lie in action. It lays in the waiting. You get more clarity while you're waiting. You see her? She's not going nowhere. She's on a balcony. Overlooking the sea. Probably in meditation. She's got her phone in her hand, but she's not looking at her phone. She got her phone in her hand, but she's not looking at her phone. She's looking at the ocean. So she's not clocking, the results. She's holding the phone, yes, waiting for that phone call, waiting for that text message, waiting for that email that is going to show her everything is coming full circle. Everything is coming full circle. There's no action needed for my Geminis. Okay? Now is the time to wait. You've done these actions. I feel like the actions that you're going to need to take when Mercury retrograde is over. Okay? I feel like it's going to bring a collapse in timelines almost. It's like, yo, I didn't even realize I was really working for real. I really didn't realize that I was bringing everything into fruition this way. You feel like you needed to be actually doing something physically, making moves, going here, going there, talking to this person, talking to that person, but you don't realize you done did that already. You did that in April. You made the connections in April. You done laid the groundwork, if you will, in April, my Gemini. Now, you're just waiting for those phone calls. You're waiting for that to come into fruition for you. Okay? My Libras, what's going to help you? What's going to help you gain clarity and hone in your personal power and lift up your self-esteem for the month of May, for you to get out of these toxic situations and let go of fear and betrayal and whatever else that's kept you bonded, kept you in bondage, is the Four of Cups. Now, the Four of Cups is usually about disappointment, right? Like, oh my God, I don't like the options that I'm given. Like, what in the world is this? Blase, blah, I'm sick, right? This is not, for me, I'm not getting weariness out of this because it's coming in to help you, right? So what is it telling you? That you don't need to focus on the three cups, the three things that didn't work out. Focus on the one thing that is working for you and be grateful for that, right? Because if you keep focusing on what didn't work, you keep focusing on the past hurts, the past pains, the past, that's where you're going to be, right? So it's saying that the Four of Cups is coming in to help you in a way that's going to help you move on. Because remember, my Libras, you're moving on. You're moving from a place of stagnation and depression and anger and worry to a place of clarity and discernment, and it's like empowerment, right? And so in order to do that, you're going to have to not focus on what hasn't worked and focus on what is working. I don't care if you've tried 5 things and only one of those things worked out. Hold on to that energy. Be grateful for the thing that is happening and look at the things that didn't happen as a lesson learned. It didn't happen for a reason. Remember, there is always a divine plan at work here. Even though we don't see it or we may not know what it is, know that there is one always at hand here. And God is coming in with the one thing that did work. You might have tried a million things, but only one worked. That one thing that made you work, that worked, is going to make you a millionaire type thing, right? So you tried a whole bunch of businesses to try and be profitable, whatever. And then you do this one thing, and all of a sudden you're transformed into a millionaire overnight. That's what it's like. It's just like the most unlikely of things that are happening is a gift from God. Okay? And that's showing you that, hey, I'm being connected with others of like mind, right? And that energy has trickled onto you. An energy of oneness. You are one with the universe. That means you are grateful for everything that is given to you and everything that is taken away from you. You are grateful. Okay? My Aquarius, you've got the 5 of Swords. Now, the 5 of Swords is all about, being in a stalemate, fighting a losing battle, arguments, preparing to move forward, things of that nature. You are preparing to move forward. Remember, you've been inspired to do something. You've been inspired to cut these toxic ties. You've been inspired to reevaluate your connections. You've been inspired to reevaluate your thoughts. You've been inspired to evaluate and re-innovate yourself. Right? Not from a place of fear, but from a place of hope. You're preparing to move forward. There are things that are coming into your existence, that are coming into your life, that are going to be right on time. Things that you probably never even thought of. People that you probably never would have talked to, but you just so happen to stumble into this cafe and talk to this, and you meet this person. You may have just so happened to be in TJ Maxx, and you walk down an aisle and somebody is talking some stuff that you needed to be. You just might be in PetSmart and you were looking for something and somebody was actually able to help you, and you guys talked on something else that is going to help you move forward, right? Those happenstance, those things that just so happen, they don't just happen. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything is designed. Everything. So just be mindful of the interactions that you have. Everything is designed for you to move forward. Everything is helping for you to get out of this stalemate right here of you being pigeonholed and tied and attached to this toxic energy. Because I feel like my Aquarius is be going through it, man. I feel like you guys have been in this energy of, well, I want to transform. I want to do this. I want to see this. I want to do that. I want to feel that. I want to smell that. I want to smell the goodness. I want to feel the goodness. I want to taste the goodness. I want to pop my collar. I want to, I want to shoot my shot. I want to do this. I want to do that. It's like you want to do so much, but at the same time, you are being held down by fear, by the imminent downfall of what it is that you want. Okay? I feel May is your month to have determination and perseverance and making a priority, making your mental health and your emotional health a priority. Because once you do that, your physical health will follow. Understand what I'm saying here? Once your mental health and your emotional health is healed, your physical health will follow. Your physical body and everything that we embody in this physical vessel is always the last to change and to transform. Why? Because it's the densest level. It is the densest level. Okay? And just know that there are things coming in to help you move forward, to help you make these decisions, to help you overcome heartache, pain, not feeling good enough, not feeling worthy enough, whatever the case may be. All this negative stuff. There's things, places, conversations, people. There are messages coming in for you that is going to help you look at yourself in a whole new light, if that makes sense. You're going to gain that clarity. You're going to gain actual personal power from that. You're going to be able to radiate a light from within. You're going to be able to be the change that you want to see type energy. Okay? What's going to be a challenge or an obstacle for you this month? My Geminis, we got the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is all about good news, right? The Page of Wands is all about having courage. It's all about having sudden good news. It's all about being honorable. So, in the case of this, with the higher knowledge, it's like, since higher knowledge is going to be an obstacle or something like that for you, or a challenge for you, it's telling me that you are going to have a problem sticking to this plan. Sticking to a meditation, sticking to a place of being able to concentrate, being in a place of wisdom instead of just, I know it, I know this, I know that. You know what I mean? If you're wise, you know that you don't know nothing. Because we don't know how the universe works for real. We know how frequency works. If you know how frequency works, then you understand a little bit about the laws of the universe. There are 7. You know what I mean? There's a spiritual law of attraction, which a lot of us are in right now. Right now, we are in this spiritual law of attraction phase, if you will. So whatever your spirit wants, your spirit gets. Whether your physical, conscious self is aware of it or not. So it means be conscious of your subconscious mind. Understand that your subconscious will always rule over your conscious mind if they're not working together, which they can. But it takes time, it takes meditation, it takes dedication. Okay? So I feel like you're going to have a hard time believing what it is that you get during your meditations, because I feel like you're going to be getting messages that are going to give you the confirmation that you need. And because it's coming from a non-physical source, you're not going to necessarily understand it. But since you're taking a leap of faith and things are coming full circle and you're waiting on good news, I feel like this is the good news that is coming, but you're not going to believe it. Okay? I feel like you're going to be like, is this really happening? Did I really just get that? Yeah, you did. You did. So when that comes up, when that thought or that trigger comes in your mind, you're like, yo, really? What? Oh, okay. Know that's the message that you've been waiting on. You're being patient, remember? Your virtue, your help, your assistance for the month of May is being patient. Being patient. You gotta be patient. You got to be willing to wait for the results. But when the news comes from your higher self through a higher knowledge base, whether this is meditation, whether you go in a trance state, or I don't know if you're going to go do sacrifices, whatever the case may be, however it works for you. You might go burn a candle, whatever the case may be. You might just sit in effortless contemplation and prayer. But you will get an answer. Once you get that answer, you are going to be prompted to move on it. Again, we're in Mercury retrograde. Wait until after Mercury retrograde to sign any contracts and anything like that. Okay? I feel like in a desert, there's always water, right? Well, not there's always water, but it's like if you dig deep enough under the sand, you'll hit water. Most deserts were once water. They were once filled with water. They once had water over the land, most deserts. But because of climate change and all these things and the times, the centuries and centuries or whatever, they are now deserts. You know what I mean? Now they are deserts. But if you dig deep enough, you will hit water. So it's like not overexerting yourself in the wilderness, right? It's like if you get lost in the desert, you're not going to overexert yourself. You're going to ration out your water. You're going to move slowly. You're going to try and cover your face. You're going to try and find shelter when necessary. You're going to do whatever you can for your survival until you make it out of that desert, right? You're not going to overexert yourself trying to dig for water in the desert. Nobody's going to do that. You're going to use what you have. That's you using the resources that you have and waiting for better results. I hope that makes sense. At any rate, it's like don't be too hasty in your actions. Sometimes the best thing you can do is wait. The best thing you can do is take in the scenery. Be like, yo, this is beautiful. Even though you're out in the desert. The desert is still beautiful. The desert has its own beauties, right? You find out that you're in a desert that once was covered by water. Wow. You know? It's awesome news is coming for you in these moments of feeling like you've been depleted. You feel like you've used all of your resources. You feel like, okay, I've taken a leap of faith. Okay, I've implemented these things. Okay, I'm waiting or whatever. I am depleted. I have nothing left to give. I have nothing left to feel. And you may be feeling all alone, but then you remember, wait a minute. I'm part of something bigger here. So it's going to come to me. You understand what I'm saying? And that's when you go into that meditative state. That's what people don't understand. When you go into meditation and you really take the time to meditate and you really take the time to sit and listen after you meditate, after you say your mantras, after you do your 108s, all that stuff, after you do all of the guided parts and all of these things, you have to sit and you have to wait and you have to listen. And it's like it comes to you like on a breeze, on a wind, on some type of air. It's gonna come to you. Like you could be sitting in meditation and like say you're doing a meditation outside and it's almost like the wind is speaking to you. The wind will blow and you know that that's a message. And you'll open your eyes and there's something that you were waiting on type thing. Just be patient. Be patient and be observant. Be patient and be observant because not everything comes in black and white. You know what I mean? Spirit speaks in many different ways. Spirit speaks in numbers. Spirit speaks in riddles. Spirit speaks through other people. Spirit speaks through analogies. You know, not everything is just black and white like, hey, go west. It might come in a parable like, well, if the east is blocked and north and south is the wrong route, which way do you go? You go west. You know what I mean? Things like you got to read between the lines, basically, my Gemini. And remember, you're Gemini, so you guys are dualistic. You have this energy of being able to see both sides. The Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You're able to see both sides. You're able to see the good. You're able to see the bad. The point is to see in between. Read between the good and the bad lines. There is polarity in everything that we do. Okay? Just think of it as a sliding scale. And the sweet spot is between the two ends. Okay? All right, my Libras. You got the Three of Swords as a obstacle or a challenge. And this is all about heartbreak. This is all about depression. This is all about, you know, you not being, excuse me. This is all about you being in tears about what is unnecessary and upheaval and things like that. In the transition, my Libras, I want you to understand that just because you are in this energy and things are coming up from the past that have hurt you and you are like, yo, I'm over this BS, God is bringing you something beautiful in the midst of that. So remember to look up. Remember to have this energy of awaiting an arrival of a package. Like you're waiting for God's source spirit to bring you something that you're going to be able to use. So just think of all these things, these heartbreak, these hard things that are coming up for you because it is Mercury retrograde. Things of the past, people of the past are coming back up for you. It's coming back up for you to challenge them, for you to recognize them, challenge them, and move on. It's not there to debilitate you or to hinder you or to keep you stagnant. It's there for you to learn, grow, and mature and evolve. Okay? That's why it's coming up. That's why it's coming up as a help. It is helping you. If you do it right, it is helping you because it's helping you eliminate all of that energy. It's helping you to eliminate all of those experiences. It's helping you to eliminate and restructure your belief system about yourself in certain situations. Okay? My Aquarius, you got the Death card as a challenge or an obstacle with your meditation and concentration. I feel like this is a rebirth of certain points of yourself. When I say a rebirth, you're reconstructing what it is that inspires you. Where is your place in this world? How do you show up? What do you have to offer? Okay? That's basically for all of my air signs. You're like, what do I have to offer to myself and to others? Okay? But especially for my Aquarius, because you come into this energy of coming out of a depressive state. You're coming into a rebirth from this devil energy to this death card energy. So you're like, you're killing off the devil and you're coming back as the Grim Reaper. And when I say you're coming back as the Grim Reaper, you don't have to be afraid of the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper creates balance, right? Without death, there is no life because it's a cycle, right? Life and death is a cycle. So for every person that dies, another one is born. You have to think of it like that. When every somebody dies, somebody else is born. Our souls are recycled. Our souls are reborn. Okay? So once you kill off this negative energy, so to speak, what you really can't kill energy, right? It transmutes again. It gets reborn. Once it comes back, it has gone through a cleansing process, you could say. Your soul goes to, when you die, right? When you die, you get a certain amount of time to reflect on the life that you just lived. Your impact on humanity, your impact on those around you, your impact on the collective as a whole. Whether you knew that you made an impact or not, right? You have a certain amount of time to go through that. And once you go through that, you also have a certain amount of time to be like, okay, now I need to pick this situation to go back into the school ground with. Right? Right. Okay. So for the month of May for my Aquariuses, it's all about death and rebirth for you guys. Okay? It's all about death and rebirth for you guys. Excuse me. I feel like you guys are really going through a spiritual enlightenment. I really do feel like you guys are going through a spiritual enlightenment. You're going from this place of being stuck in a negative Nancy mind frame, stuck in fear, stuck in anxiety, stuck in what if it doesn't work, to a place of it's gonna have to work. It's going to work. I see this in a whole nother way now. And it's almost like you were in a hangman position. You put yourself in a place to see things from a different perspective. Because when you die, remember, when you die, you're no longer this body. You're no longer this mind. So you are your purest, highest form, looking back on the life that you just lived. So that's kind of what it's like. It's kind of like you are taking an objective view of your current self. And you're making the necessary changes to be more grounded, to be more secure, to feel more stable in your existence. In the plans that you have, in your relationships, in your business, in your job, in your career. You know, where you are. What flavor are you adding? Again, what flavor do you want to take on? It's like your tofu, right? Tofu takes on the flavor of whatever it's being cooked in. So if you're cooking it in, you know, some type of veggie broth, it's going to taste like the veggie broth. If you're making some type of, I don't know, fish ball or whatever, it's still tofu, but you used a fish flavoring. So it's going to take on that flavoring, right? It's like your tofu. What kind of bouillon are you cooking your tofu in? What type of flavor are you taking on? Right? Tofu. Huh. Anyways, I'm moving on. What is the outcome for my Gemini, please? What is the outcome for this grounding on my Geminis? My Geminis are grounded in determination, and they're like, yo, I'm going to beat you out with a stick. I'm beating you off with a stick, my guy. Success against all oppression. You are defending yourself against all oppression, all negativity, all things that would later would usually hold you down. You're not there no more. You're like, nah, I'm going to beat you off with a stick, my guy. Because hey, you got the Ace of Wands in your hand. You got the Ace of Wands in your hand and you're beating off these six. Okay? You're beating off these six. Six of Wands is all about good news, but it's like, is the news really what you need? Is it really what you want? Is it something that is really going to benefit you? This is defending yourself, right? A success. You are being successful here. You're not in this energy of being, you're not holding yourself responsible for other people's failures, right? You're not letting other people's problems become your problems. You're not letting other people's negative energy come across as your job. You're persevering through all odds. You are not letting anything hold you back. You are confronting your fears, and you are fighting off negativity. You're not, like I said, things are coming full circle for you guys. My Gemini. My Libras, you got this energy of the Chariot. So this is a victory run. You're moving forward. I feel like there's movement happening. You're grounding yourself. You're becoming more stable in your decision making. You're becoming more stable in your heart. You're becoming more stable in your creative center. You're becoming more determined. You're becoming you're recognizing what grounding really is. I also feel like you're going to be more into nature. Like you're going to be taking more walks out in nature. You're going to be doing more just standing in the sun and being like, thank you to the universe. It's like, I don't know, I'm feeling like a breath of fresh air for you guys coming through here. Like, she's on a bike. She's on a motorcycle, right? And the Chariot is all about, you know, greatness. You're like, I am working towards something greater than myself here. What I'm doing here is bigger than just me. You know what I mean? What I'm doing here is, it's for my family. It's for generational wealth. It's for, you know, ancestral karma. I'm breaking ancestral bonds. I'm transcending beyond all odds. I'm not gonna allow, I'm moving from a place of fear and confusion to a place of honor and achievement. And you're grounding, you're embodying that energy that's gonna help you move you along to the next level. And what do we have for my Aquarius, please? I'm shaking my table, sorry. What do we have for the Aquarius, please? The Four of Swords. You went from the 5 to the 4. The Four of Swords is all about rest. It's all about relaxation. It's all about not letting... It's all about, you know, reinventing yourself through rest and rejuvenation. You're going to have to rest. A lot of you have just been doing way too much. I also feel like it's going to be... It takes a lot out of you to disconnect from toxicity. It takes a lot out of you mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, which will take a toll on your physical body. So be sure to love yourself. Be sure to take time to rest. Be sure to don't feel like you are banishing yourself from the experience. Okay? Also, is like there's a change for the better. There's a, just honor the fact that things are changing for the better. And that when you do get to this place where you feel tired, rest. Because you're going to get tired. My Aquarius, out of all of the signs for this month, I feel like my Aquarius are going to have to deal with the most. And recognizing when they need to stop, when they need to pause, when they're going to have to rest, when they're going to have to like take this time. Because you guys are going through an ultimate transformation here, because you got 2 major arcanas and you got the Ace of Wands here. So you're being inspired from the past, but once that comes, you know, you have to do the work. There's work that needs to be done. Not necessarily saying that there's physical work that needs to be done, but there is spiritual work that needs to be done. And when you are changing on a spiritual level, that shit can take a toll on your body. It can take a toll on your mind. It can take a toll on your emotions. You may be crying. You may be upset. You may not even understand what's happening, but understand that you're going through a rebirth. And going through a rebirth isn't easy. Going through an awakening isn't easy. Going through an enlightenment isn't easy. That shit is hard. And that shit is terrifying. That shit is depressing sometimes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you don't know how you can move forward. You feel like you're stuck. But understand that when you're stuck, there's always a way out. There's a way out. You have to call on God and call on the lifeline. And sometimes you're stuck because you're refusing to let go of extra baggage. I'm just saying. When you're stuck, you feel like things are, you're at a stalemate. It's telling you that, hey, maybe I'm holding on to too much that's weighing me down. It's time to rest. It's time to rest, y'all. It's time to rest. Because soon, things are going to be coming for you. Things are going to be coming into fruition for you. Soon, you're going to be in this place where you're going to have to move forward. You're going to have to act on the inspiration that has come to you. You're going to have to act on these new ventures that are being presented to you. You're going to have to act on them. You're not going to just be sitting around twiddling your thumbs thinking about it. You're going to need your strength. So ground this energy of relaxation in and trust the process of this enlightenment. Trust the process of this evolution. Trust this this door of opportunity for you to recognize who you really are and all of the mess that is going on. Because I feel like my Aquarius is, y'all been, it's hard for you guys just to be like, I'm going to let this go. You just like, you can't let it go. But you're going to have to in order to get to this place of, I heard mortality. Something has to go. I'm sorry. That's just what it is. Something has to go. She's hung up all the swords. Usually the Four of Swords is you're surrounded by swords or things like that. She hung up all the swords. There's usually 3 up here on the wall and 1 down here by her side. She's like, fuck this. I done hung up all the swords. All of them. I just need to rest. And you will. Because May is going to be a humdinger for y'all, like my grandma used to say. May is going to be kind of rough for my Aquarius. But know that by the end of the month, you guys are going to be grounded. You're going to be stable. You're going to be secure. You're going to feel supported. Okay? All right. Can I get a meditation card for my air signs? What meditation and affirmation do you have for my air signs, please, Spirit? All right. It says, I am in charge of my life. What have I been saying? You guys are in charge. You guys are choosing your flavor, right? How you show up. It says your whole body is a holistic, dynamic process in support of being alive. I am in charge of my life. And you are. You are in charge of every step, every thought, every emotion, every experience. You are in charge of your life. You have constructed your life to be what it is this far. And if you don't like it, you can change it. Okay? So for the month of May, for my air signs, is all about being in charge of your life and how you show up. What flavor do you want to, what is it that you want to be? What is it that you want to see? What is it that is in your life that is not conducive to the person or the story that you want to live? It's time for a rewrite, y'all. Basically, my air signs, it's time for a rewrite. It's time for you to sit down and rewrite your story. And once you rewrite your story, guess what? You make a new production. Once you do your edits of your screenplay, then you can go to production. That's all I'm saying. It says, I am in charge of my life. Your whole body is a holistic, dynamic process in support of being alive. Be thankful for being alive, because every day that you're alive is a day to make a change. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to leave it there. Happy May. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others. Always appreciate the process. Love yourself and love others. Peace.